And two, they are acting to Houston's cheek clapping problem is becoming insane. As y'all know already, I live in Houston. I'm not a Houston native, I'm from Dallas, but I've been living in Houston for about 4 or 5 years now. And a few things that I know Houston is known for is food, roaches, and apparently STDs, man. So let's go ahead and get into it. Make sure you switch the stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 or 6 p.m, man. Let's do it.
I mean, unfortunately, this STD has really hit the African-American community.
So I dated a DL man in Houston back in 2023. Happy birthday to him.
When we talk about big cities in America, we always talk about the big three: New York City, Los Angeles, and Chicago. People are leaving New York City because it's too dirty, California costs too much, and Chicago...
I'd imagine both cost too much. California and New York cost too much. And I heard Chicago... not like only in the bad areas is really bad, but I guess it's just so much bad going on in the bad areas that's just so bad. I've been to Chicago one time. It was dope.
All three of those cities are like nightmares for taxpayers, so people are going other places. Number one, they're going to the state of Florida, and number two, they're going to the state of Texas. Now Texas is winning big time right now. A lot of the companies have relocated there, and they are doing very well. And property value, don't get me wrong, it is rising, but it's still not as high as it is in California or New York City. And you get more bang for your buck when you look at how big the house is. So Texas tends to be the place to be. But
that's real. That spot I got, I just know anywhere else it would probably be, you'd probably be paying 10 racks a month.
also in Texas, you have some options. There's San Antonio, there's Dallas.
People be asking me, right? I'm a Texas native. I've lived in every single city, every single major city in Texas. So I'm a Texas native, born and raised in Texas, right? San Antonio is cool, but out of the main, I would say if you start a family, if you want to live and slow down and settle and chill, with sometimes the nightlife shit, you would live in Dallas, right? If you young and turnt, and you trying to be outside and move around and not really, that just it's dope. It's still good. I would say live in Houston, but it's more turned up. You feel me? You can still start a family and live here, but it's not as it's more turned than how Dallas is. And then San Antonio, I lived in San Antonio. It's like, again, it's like a family kind of area. It's like you chilling. It's not really too wild. And like it can get wild, but it's not. It's slower. It's one of the slower ones. And then Austin is very Caucasian. You know what I'm saying? San Antonio is very Hispanic. Austin's very Caucasian. Houston is very African American, and Dallas is African American and Caucasian. And India.
And then there's Houston. But Dallas and Houston is kind of where we kind of draw the line. Dallas has the bigger economy by a little bit and some opportunities, but Houston also does too. They have a great healthcare system, great oil industry technically, and everything else is in Houston. And a lot of people are moving there for many reasons. Number one, Houston has a vibrant rap scene, a vibrant healthcare scene, a great job market. And also, like I said, if you're a black person in Houston, it gives you some opportunities.
Absolutely.
So instead of going to California, New York, or even Atlanta, you might want to go to Houston. And many people from across Black America have relocated to Houston, Texas, because of all of the reasons I just talked about. Rent's cheaper, opportunities are more, and they said everything is bigger in Texas. But there is one problem. You see, just like Atlanta, you have a lot of people in Houston who are not from there. And don't get me wrong, some are contributing to the Houston, Texas economy, and some are bringing their bad habits with them. Of course, bad habits affect people everywhere. And one of those bad habits is not wearing condoms.
Huh?
Yeah, not wearing condoms. Apparently, Houston, Texas turned into No Condom City Community College.
Got him!
And it's gotten so bad over the year, everybody's talking about it.
Houston, what is going on with your HIV and STD rates? Listen, I just saw this report and it said y'all have over 40,000 new infections reported just in the month of June.
Houston has become one of the greatest places in America for STDs. HIV rates are getting out of hand.
I didn't know this. I didn't know HIV. I thought they might have just been talking about clap and gone. I thought they were going to be talking about clap and that gone. Looks like they're talking about that hive.
And people are talking about it, and even news stations are talking about it.
I mean, any indication as to why, or did the study say why rates seem to be higher in the Houston area than the Texas average?
Yeah, so there's a couple of things that contribute to that. One is that we are a big metropolitan area. The other thing is that, and you know, we can talk about how it just doesn't get the attention that it needs to. The HIV doesn't get the attention it needs to, and so
I will say too, like, since living in Houston, like, it's more common to say, "Oh, where are you from?" and the person not even be from Texas. Period. Like in Dallas, I feel like every time I would say, "Oh, I'm from here. I'm born and raised here. I'm from here. I'm from here. I'm from here." You know what I'm saying? Because I did grow up there, but you know what I'm saying. But even now, I'll go there and it's like, "Oh yeah, I'm from here." Like, I know people who are still there from young age. You feel me? Like, either left for school or came right back. Like, but here, I feel like I can talk to somebody. Oh yeah, I'm from. And then every now and then I get the person that's actually from here.
We also see in the Houston area, we see other sexually transmitted illnesses. And by the way, HIV is not only transmitted sexually. There are other ways that you can contract HIV. Oh. But we see that, the sort of ways of it going up and going down where we start paying attention to things, and then like syphilis and gonorrhea, those numbers start going down. The thing about syphilis and gonorrhea is once you're cured from them, you're cured from them. With HIV, you then have to get on the medication, and you need to stay on the medication or else you're at risk for spreading it again. And so
Fox Houston had a particular panel on talking about this same issue. And one of the people that came on was Dr. Marcel Thompson, a Black American, #FBA, who's an OBGYN in the city. And he was also alarmed at these rates.
Really, the sexual awareness of our education in the community is paramount. I mean, unfortunately, this STD has really hit the African American community pretty hard so far as in this rise. And when you look at, there are significant ramifications of having STD, particularly for women. Women can get a very bad stage of gonorrhea. And
very bad stage of that gone. Yikes, chlamydia cases have also increased by an additional 11%. So the ladies is just harboring it up, huh? That's what's going on. Bro, y'all make sure y'all rap. Bro, like, the best thing to do is be with one woman. That's the best way to live your life, my nigga. Even if y'all not together, although she could be doing this, it just lowers doing this, that, and the third. It lowers your chances of contracting shit. You don't want to wake up, your drawers stuck to your damn dick, and you look down there and shit oozing and goozing, bro. You don't want that. Now you like, what is that? What is that? And you staring. Now you looking up shit on Instagram, on Google. You feel me? You can't stop adjusting. You moving around like this all day. You don't want that, bro. You don't want that. I'm telling you. Now you taking pills and getting shots in your ass and shit. Trying to make sure you're not missing the pills you're supposed to take. Don't do it to yourself, bro. Wrap your shit. And just be with one person. Really committed long term. I know it's scary, it's different out here. If I wasn't with my woman, there would be no way. I'm not locking down nothing. I'm not with nobody. If you're not my girl, I'm not with nobody. If her and I went out to work out, I'm just having relations, that's it. But my shit's strapped up and wrapped up.
Chlamydia to cause a pelvic infection can also make them infertile. That's one. And then, of course, the HIV. We've had some good success with our curbing the HIV transmission, but it's still very much high, and particularly in the Black community, and so far as in women, surprisingly.
Now, one of the things he said was women, and I thought that to be interesting because obviously when you look at a lot of STDs, black women tend to also be heavily affected with them too, usually less than the men from what I can understand. But again, he's an OBGYN, so this is what he deals with a lot. And I was thinking about this. Why would women in the black community be dealing with STDs more than men? And then I thought about it. So of course, when you look about black cities and STDs, you always come to the argument of, oh, these black men out here, they are gay. And then I was just like on TikTok and I just happened to come across this particular lady who says that she inadvertently started dating a down low black man.
I met this man in 2023 through a mutual friend. He was a retired professional basketball player. He was about 6'7", just very masculine presenting. And honestly, we hit it off. So I was really surprised when at the end of the hangout, he didn't follow up. He didn't try to get my number. So I did what you're literally never supposed to do. I found him on Instagram and I liked a couple photos and I followed him. Absolutely disgusting. Anyway, he ends up sliding in my DMs. We end up making plans. The biggest red flag about this.
Girls are so weird, bro. She said absolutely disgusting because she shot a shot. And she shot her shot in her own way, liking the pictures and shit. So she feel pain for that. That's crazy, bro.
Dan was that he never wanted to hang out one-on-one despite living alone. And yes, I had been to his house before, so I knew he in fact lived alone. He had a child. I also lived alone, so it never made sense to me that he never wanted to come over, watch a movie, spend the night. Now, I'm no stranger to dealing with men that don't like me, but this was just something a little bit different. A man can hate your guts and still be laid up in your bed every day. So something just wasn't adding up. Anytime we would hang out, his friends would always be present and he would always kind of like parade me around to kind of show me off to his friends. It almost kind of gave like, look guys, like there's a girl here. I like women. Like, see, here's proof.
But wait guys, this gets worse.
Another huge red flag that I so regretfully ignored was that this man did not like eating box. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Chelsea, you eat box. How in the were you dealing with a man?
How the fuck why would we know that? Why would we know that?
That didn't eat box. It was a really dark time for me. I don't know. I must have been going through a lot. My head was atrocious, y'all. It was just so bad. And I am 29 years old. I have had my fair share of experiences, but this head from this 35-year-old man, mind you, with a whole child, I have never even touched a vagina in my life.
So basically she goes on to say further on in this clip that the guy that she was with was asking her about somebody else's boyfriend that she knew, and that led her on.
This is very like besides the point, but these images, these like not JPEGs, but like stock videos be having black people look so crazy. What the fuck is on this woman's head? What's happening here? I've never seen this. And then sometimes how the niggas be like, he be having them, they be looking crazy too.
On to believe that this guy was gay. But at the same time, she's commenting on how trash his
his neck is
-AD was, and he was just licking it up and everything else. And I thought that was interesting, and it brought me back to the original problem, which is booty clapping is just getting out of hand. You see the fact that she can just talk about this so freely and put her
so freely. Yeah, and then he was giving me head and
her face on the internet.
But I mean, that's what we've come to though. I'll say some shit. Whatever I want to say. So I mean, that's kind of what it is now.
Means that she could probably give up her cheeks so freely too. And of course, anybody can blame black men or black women for having STDs. But again, when it's time for you to go head on and enroll yourself in Durex community,
look at this nigga's cut, bro.
College, you don't want to do that. Everything is no condom community college, no matter what. I know brothers, I know sisters, and I'm not saying that this is everybody. I know so many people in the black community that just like it RAW. All right, it's just what it is.
Yeah, man, for sure. If we being honest, raw versus protected, we know which one feel better for sure. I know some niggas to this day that's like, nah, I don't do that condom shit. I don't do that condom shit. I don't do that condom. And I'm just like, man, hell nah, bro. It's not worth it, brother. It's not. It's just too many factors. Imagine You accidentally get a girl pregnant that you not trying to get pregnant, bro. Imagine. You gonna be like, now you gotta navigate and learn this person and try to figure it out with this person, or you don't be with them, but now you just got a random baby mama that you don't even know.
In the heat of the moment, let me go ahead on in. Roll your eyes back and whatever else comes out there. And then you wake up and then all of a sudden it's, I'm on fire. The reality is with all of this is that you don't really know who you think you know. And if you're going to live a lifestyle where you're just booty clapping everybody, you have to basically take care of your clapathon health. All right. You have to take care of your clapathon health. That's why they have condoms. Now, again, I understand you want to get all the way in certain places because you want to feel all certain things. I get it. But then when you come back hella skinny, looking like a pencil, and you don't.
It's not funny, but he's talking that real shit, though. My mom, she deterred me from some shit early on, bro. I remember she, I think we were on the laptop. I don't know how she, no, you know what? She came home with like photos. I don't know how she acquired them. I don't know where she went, but she was like, so this is what herpes look like. Look at this. And she was showing me genitalia. You know, I was young. She was showing me this is STEs. This what happens to people that want to go and have, at the time she was just trying to deter any types of relations, period. You know what I'm saying? Because I was young. But this is what happens when you have relations right here. You know what I'm saying? Boom, bam, bop. Or you get somebody pregnant. Feel me? She was doing all of this, showing me photos of destroyed genitalia.
Know what happened, and we all look at you, and we're going to be like, we know what you got! Then it's going to be everybody else's fault. And one of the doctors was blaming it on a younger population. People moving. And again, I understand young people can be a little bit more active, but it also shows that people are just not really interested in long-term relationships as much as they used to. Now, It doesn't mean that you can't get STDs in long-term relationships. I mean, right. But what I'm saying is that relationships are just trash. So because relationships are trash, let's just clap. Like, I very rarely meet somebody and I ask them like, so why are you single? Oh my God, those dudes is trash. I can't never date a dude from Houston. I can't date a dude from Atlanta. Well, when's the last time you clapped? Either they're gonna say, oh, I'm celibate, which is a lie. And then I check your phone and when's the last time you clapped? Oh, 45 minutes ago before you met me.
Got him.
So this is the situation. While people are looking for somebody to get serious with, they're still in sexual relationships with.
Right, that's the fucked up part too. That's the crazy part. It's not until you are locked down with this person that they start seeing that they really like you, that they start ghosting whoever this other person is. But that's not always true too. I don't want niggas to be living in fear, bro. That's not always true too. You feel me? Sometimes, bro, it's just better just to go ahead and believe. Oh, you not having? Because how you gonna get a PI to go investigate and shit? But like I say, if I was single in this world right now, I wouldn't be looking to be with nobody. Like, no relationship. It's just too weird right now. I don't know if it will ever change. Again, I think you gotta there's ways to navigate, bro. There's ways to navigate, and I think that's by frequenting areas that, don't house people that would be on crazy timing. And I say that to say, like, maybe you meet somebody in a different area or in a different location or something along the lines, or something more chilling, just a chiller situation, rather than, you met the girl outside of the club and now you trying to be with shorty all the time and you got out since the 3rd. Yeah, she probably got a crazy past or something like that. It's a higher chance. She might not, but it's just a higher chance. Other than if you met shorty in a library. Now, I'm not saying that's where the women be. You know what I'm saying? But, you probably got a better chance of finding her there. Or like, you know, with how niggas be getting on IG and shit, and then she got a lot of numbers and yeah, man, I don't know.
People and not wearing protection. And guess what? Not even wearing protection with one person. Story time music. I met this girl, and she and I used to date. Which is crazy because I never got to clap these cheeks, right? And maybe that was God looking out for me. But she told me that she had slept with 2 dudes in the same day. You guessed it, without.
Why would she expose this information? That'd be the good another thing too. Sometimes a girl will show their hand. A girl will show their hand. You just gotta listen. Listen for the cues.
Condom.
What?
Yes, she did. All right. And at the time, she was engaged to somebody else. So basically, you let 2 different dudes shoot the club up.
Oh my god!
Just go ahead on and do whatever they was doing. And at the same time, you know, you were thinking about talking to somebody else. And that's what happens. It's not like, oh, we're looking to date somebody and that's the person that we're dating. No, it's like, look, I'm trying to talk to you. Hey, how are you doing? I have this other person that I'm clapping their cheeks who I know that I'm not going to end up with. And yeah, because I like this person a little bit, but I don't want to be with them, I'm just clapping their cheeks regardless without any protection and, you know, basically leaving it in them. And then they come out like 9 months later with but I really don't like them. And that's just really being reckless, but that's kind of how life works, right? Like most of us, when we're out and somebody is talking to you, especially if you're somewhat attractive or even if you're average looking, you already have somebody that you already have enrolled in Clapathon Tech. And you've been with that person and sometimes you don't want to use a rubber, okay? And then so it kind of dies down and then you go to the new person without a rubber. And then you don't know that person still might mess with somebody else who doesn't have a rubber. And then all of you guys are just burning up each other and then you're out there sick in these streets. So
that's how it goes, though. That's definitely how it goes.
Reality is that unless people really want to get serious with relationships or feel like relationships are actually worth it, we're going to continue to see this sort of no condom Clapathon Tech behavior happening all over the country. People are going to continue to get enrolled at No Condom City Community College. And of course, this rate will continue, especially people coming in from transient places that already have these diseases and then move to Houston. Maybe they do or don't know, and they're just spreading it. And yes, you have people who know they have these things like V, and they still give it to somebody else. And they'll be like, oops. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Oshie.
That's the type of shit make you want to kill somebody. That being said, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Like the video, comment up, enter the channel. I appreciate y'all. Great for y'all. We gone.